Gerant Kenneth presents Gerant Kenneth presenting Gerant Kenneth's Stuff.
Hi. Recently a subscriber was curious as to what was going on in the background in one of my telemarketer pranks. He was talking about my CD collection. I collect DVDs, records, figurines, books, and all that type of jazz. And he suggested that maybe I might like to give you all a bit of an insight into my tastes, my flavors. So, to get the ball rolling, here's 5 discs from my collection. First off,
cut me up and take a look inside.
the Folk Implosion, which is Lou Barlow, the bass player of Dinosaur Jr., and he also played in Sebadoh and Centrido. This is the first release of the Folk Implosion, and my favorite. It's 4-track recorded with John Davis, and it's really simple, catchy, melodic songs, obviously recorded in their bedroom. It's really sweet. The songs are about just being silly and in love and enjoying the joys of life.
Cut me up and take a look inside.
Okay, next, on the more gnarlier side of things,
Fire, fire, fire!
is the Blood Brothers and their final release, which is Young Machetes. I was writing music reviews for the local rag, Reverb, and this came into my hands, and I fell in love immediately. Oh my god, these 2 boys screaming their tits off. It's fascinating that the vocals are screeching down chalkboards, and the drummer is intense to say the least, while the guitarist kind of sits back and plays these really simple melodies. A lot of energy and very gnarly would be my best description. After I got into this and fell in love with them, I went searching for more of their material, and unfortunately I found that they just split up. Just as I went to dig up more of their catalogue, I learnt that the game was over for the Blood Brothers. Highly recommend Young Machetes. Next,
I'm clicking by your house about 2:45. Sidewalk started strawberries surprise. I got a cherry popsicle right on.
I am a Tom Waits fan. That began with Mule Variations, I think, which was perhaps after a 6 or 8 year break he'd had after Bone Machine. I saw a film clip from Bone Machine when I was younger, in my teen years, and it scared the shit out of me. And so when it came up that Tom Waits was back, I put 2 and 2 together and realised it was this man that had scared me when I was younger. And I got Mule Variation and just couldn't wrap my head around the way this man sang. It was inspiring. And the music was quite out there. Since then, I've gone on to become quite a Tom Waits fan, fanatic, and look, just for a pick off the top of my head, or to point you in a different direction, is Closing Time. Closing Time has Tom Waits singing like an angel. Oh my god, this man's voice is delicious. So I'm not talking about voice that Tom Waits does so deliciously. This is him and a piano, and he's quite young at this point. And what the amazing thing is, not just the fact that he's singing so sweetly, it's lyrically and the way he tells his stories through his music. The man could be a 50-year-old, a 60-year-old. It's just phenomenal how fantastic Tom Waits is as a storyteller, and not just now, but ever since he began as a pianist and songwriter. Mike Patton. Obviously, I'm a big Mike Patton fan. Anyone that's heard my music can obviously tell that I've been inspired by him ever since Faith No More, Mr. Bungle began. I've been following him. It's getting just too hard to keep up with every project that he does. He is so damn relentless. So what do I pick out of his stuff? Most recently I purchased The Solitude of Prime Numbers, and this is another fine example of Ipicac's brilliant marketing. Everyone wants to download these days. I don't, and I do download through iTunes and such, but give me a package and innuendo. And this one is superb. It's a leaf, it's embossed, it feels like a leaf, you can feel the veins in it, and it opens up to reveal the disc, and also that it is in fact a leaf. Brilliant. Folds up. Some of his best soundtrack work. I've found The Perfect Place perhaps a little too repetitive in its theme, but that was for a short film, so to be expected. Either way, I'm finding Mike Patton's solo work with film scores the most interesting that he is doing at the moment. Okay, and last, and I thought I'd leave it to last because it certainly isn't least. I'm a Gwar fan. I'm a Gwar fanatic. I fucking love Gwar. So where do I start? Where do you start if you don't know Gwar? Well, Gwar had been kicking ass for probably, I don't know, 15, 18 years at this point, and they came out with this album called Violence Has Arrived, and I'm pretty certain it was the introduction of a new guitarist called Corey Smoot, who died not too long ago. I think it was 1 year ago, and between then, with the release of Violence Has Arrived, to his death, the last album being Bloody Pit of Horror, there was 5 albums which just drove metal hard. They got more and more complicated and more it pushed Gwar more and more just into this metal cage. Up until then they'd been thrash, they'd been punk, they'd been quirky, foolish, rock and roll, which is what I loved about Gwar. And you know, I love the metal stuff. It's great, but I just want to see a bit of a return to the quirky roots. And perhaps that will come with the passing of Corey and a new member being introduced to the band. It'll be interesting to see what direction Gwar take from here. So I will pick Beyond Hell, mainly because of the 5 metal albums. I think the 2 best are War Party and this, Beyond Hell. You can hear Gwar have become a powerhouse again, and they're comfortable where they are, and they're finally getting the recognition they always strived for. And so there you have it. That's a quick peek into my collection. And to quickly sum that up and run you back over it, it was The Folk Implosion, Tom Waits, Closing Time, The Blood Brothers, Young Machetes, Mike Patton, The Solitude of Prime Numbers, Mike Patton, The Solitude of Prime Numbers, and Gwar, Beyond Hell. So, I hope you've enjoyed this insight into what I listen to and what inspires me musically and what I'm doing when I'm not in front of this damn camera. Okay, see you soon. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video.